Coach McGarvey, physical from start to finish. What you expected from Boston U?
Absolutely. They were physical all the time. They were physical at their place in the first game. And we've been a physical team, so I thought it was going to be two physical teams going back and forth. I think it shocked us a little bit early on, and we didn't really recoup from it for the second half, which we have been doing in most games, but tonight wasn't our night.
Well, you guys battled from start to finish.
Yeah.
They had a pretty good presence inside. Obviously, Otto played really well for them.
Yeah, he played great, and he played inside out a little bit too. He made those big threes in the second half, but his presence in the interior, especially with them having a couple injuries, was really important for them to get going, and we didn't adjust to it well.
Now, you can learn from these things. What do you learn?
Yeah, success isn't permanent, right? And a little bit of failure isn't fatal. So hopefully we can keep our momentum going and let the guys know that it's one game in a really long season. But we know in the Patriot League every single game is going to be tight. We have to be ready to play from the jump and all the way through.
And it doesn't get any easier with American coming in here Wednesday, right back at it.
For sure. They're going to be hungry to get back at top of the leading board too. We're heading into off of January, heading into February, and it's that time of year where everybody really wants wins.
Thanks, Mike. Appreciate it.
Yep.
Guys, first loss of the season, but right back at it at American on Wednesday. Back to you.
All right, Mike, thank you very much. And yeah, they'll regroup. They'll be ready to go on Wednesday night at 7. Let's take a look at some of the highlights of this one, and we'll wrap it all up for you.
Gary, what can you say? This was a hard-fought, typical conference game between two proud programs. Justin Vanderbaum got Lafayette off to a good start. Watch the spin move by the senior, Eric Sonberg, doing a nice job there. Lafayette moved well. I love the freshmen. The two freshman forwards played well again tonight. That's Josh Reich moving hard to the basket. And then again with the left-handed finish. Again, a very high ceiling. Look at the inside-out pass from Luke Rasmussen. Then he steps outside, drills a three. The dribble drive. Luke Rasmussen again with his second three. Nice dish from Devin Hines that time. And Lafayette found some gaps in this tough Boston U defense. But in the end, this young man, Otto Landrum, the sophomore, had just a monster game, Gary. He was doing it all. He was scoring around the bucket. He was stepping out, hitting threes. Watch the spin move here on the baseline. Oh, actually, this is a pick and roll with Roy. And then couldn't quite get the dunk, but took it strong to the rim and finished anyway. And boy, Landrum was just doing all kinds of good work against Justin Vanderbaum, the league's leading shot blocker. Landrum finishes inside again. In the second half, it was more of the same. Landrum stepping outside. We know he can make that shot. He's only a sophomore. He's going to be a force in this league. Again, I thought the difference in the game was that Boston University, Gary, shot the ball better than they had been shooting it all year long, and that was key for them. Nice hustle play by Pettit to keep the drive alive, and at this point, it looked like, with a finish from Vanderbaum, it looked like Lafayette might have caught a spark. But Joe Jones called a quick timeout, the three by the senior Kyle Jenkins, but that timeout, timely from Joe Jones, kind of allowed Boston U to regroup. Baptiste with the jump shot, and then again Landrum, that man with a career high this afternoon. Every time Lafayette seemed to want to make a run at it, Landrum was there to answer.
There you can look at the numbers. Lafayette not shooting the ball very well today, 32%, 26% from beyond the arc. On the other hand, Boston shot 41%, 33% from beyond the arc, and nobody could stop Otto Landrum. 26 points, 9 rebounds to lead all scorers. Lafayette without a double-figure score at all. Vanderbaum 8 points and 8 rebounds. Otherwise, it was just all spread out as Boston goes to 8-13, 2-5 in the Patriot League, and Lafayette goes to 8-13, 7-1 in the Patriot League. They go 3-5 with that victory. So there you have it. Final score: Boston wins this one by a 62-48. My thanks, of course, to Mike Joseph, to John Leone, to all of you for spending time with us, and Chris Aya, our director for the Astound television team. For all of us, I'm Gary Laubach. You're invited to join us on Wednesday night at 7 o'clock. For now, goodbye, everybody.